Camelot 331 here. It just continues to get spicier. Like a jalapeno. Jalapenos are not that spicy. More like one of those chocolate reapers. I don't even know what that is, but it's getting real spicy. So spicy that I don't want to sit down on the toilet later because I probably won't survive what happens after that. Best Buy fired everybody. The CEO released a video which we showed, and they're all like, we're sorry. We had to buy more Ferraris, which I do not shame. Ferraris are cool as hell, so I totally get why they do that. No, I'm just kidding. It's evil as hell. Not the Ferraris, the decision. But something else has happened within Best Buy, and it's pretty insane because it completely proves exactly what we were thinking this entire time. It proves it, and we're going to get into it, and I have stories from current Best Buy and past Best Buy associates we're going to go through as well. So I hope you guys are excited because we're about to get into it. But before we get into it, make sure you like the video with your thumbs up doodle, and don't forget to do the subscribing. That's real important. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Message me. I'll talk to you about nothing or something, depending on what you want to talk about. So let's jump right into the first one. Let's see what this one says. The blue shirts, in remembrance of the blue shirt. So it says, hey there, Cam. Just saw your video on Best Buy's firings. Wanted to give you my take as someone who was let go as well. Each year, the company has a competition to see who the highest grossing salesperson is in each department. They call this the Achievers Competition. The competition is held the last 3 months of the year. 2019 into 2020, I was the #1 highest grossing salesperson in the company for anyone who worked in the home theater department. Shocking. #1 out of over 3,000 employees. After I won the competition, the pandemic shutdown hit and I was furloughed, meaning he was laid off. I was brought back 4 months later in October, right before the holidays. Shocking. Only to be fired again this past February. I was literally the best in the company at what I did, and even that couldn't save me. Also, the full-timers who did get to stay were the ones who had vendor tags attached to their titles, like Apple reps, Samsung reps, and so on, only because the brands pay the money for those employees, not Best Buy. Also, store assistant managers make over $80K and general managers make 6 figures easily, but none of them were let go at all. Surprising. Hope this helps. Also, please keep my name and Twitter handle out of all of this. He made all the sales. He was the top salesperson, but that didn't matter because, like we said, they're going online. They don't really care about how much money you made them. That's not important. It's how much money they can save by firing your ass. But what are they doing? What is Best Buy now doing that we just found out today that kind of makes this even worse? I'll show you shortly. It's going to make you pee swell with anger. It's going to be fantastic. Swell with anger. Why? I don't know. I don't know why that was the thing I said, but it's fine. But let's take a look at the next message right here. What the hell does this one say? It says, hey Camelot, huge fan of the channel and recent Best Buy employee. I quit the company about a month ago when it was very obvious to me that corporate was prioritizing sales over people. I worked in the Geek Squad department in a specialized position, computer repair, for almost 3 years. In that time, I was never promoted to full-time until this past year when all of my coworkers were let go or quit. For over 5 months or so, I worked 5 or so positions worth of work solo. My management team would do nothing to fill the spots and kept telling me that my performance wasn't good enough to warrant more employees being hired, which doesn't make a damn lick of sense. I was actually in the top percentage in the company for some of the metrics, but I guess that's beside the point. About a month ago, I found out through a few contacts in HR that I may be on the chopping block for full-timers in this latest round of firings. If that wasn't bad enough, on the same day I received that news, I was scolded by my district supervisor in front of other associates about my lack of initiative or lackluster performance. This was honestly the breaking point for me, and I quit on the spot. Hell yeah. I haven't regretted it at all. I don't know if this story will be of any use to you as far as your channel, but I hope it is. Best regards, and keep fighting the good fight. And we've heard this from tons of Best Buy employees. Basically, they're going to make one Best Buy employee cover half the store instead of them having a lot of people on staff. That's kind of what their future looks like because they're going to shut down all their stores anyway and move only online, which probably isn't going to work, but it's fine We got to have our knee-jerk reactions to metrics increasing slightly in the online department because obviously there was a pandemic, but it's no big deal. Let's just do it anyway. That's the reason why GameStop failed so many times over the years. There would be a slight uptick in one metric, and they would only press that metric for like 6 months. And it was a metric that brought us no profit. It never really made sense, to be honest, to me, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. But what about the next message? Let's see what this one has to say for all the peeps out there in the family. Let's check it out. So it says, hey man, I have a Best Buy story for you. I worked at Best Buy Geek Squad for 10 plus years. 8 of these years was spent working as a corporate employee. Oh my God. I worked as a remote business support agent. The first 5 to 6 years were great. However, after a few years, they went on a giant overhaul, or how they like to always call it, reorganization of the company. Basically meaning tons of agents got canned. Well, I'm damn shocked. Shocked as hell. And one day, they let go more than 60% of their remote support agents. Then come out and say that a third party is taking over their workload. This was when the wrecking ball known as Corey Berry was introduced to us. She used to be in charge of third-party relations. So ever since she has been pushing this third-party company and slowly replacing agents, especially ones that have been there for a long time or make too much money. Sounds like what Corey Berry, the current CEO of Best Buy, is doing. Because of the reorganization, our business team was no longer a part of corporate, and they no longer wanted us as a responsibility. We were, at the time, very lucky to keep our jobs, but we were now under the rule of Geek Squad City, which is basically another business inside the company. Once they took us over, we were flown out to meet the higher-ups. From day one, we were told we had been a failure of a team, Jesus, and that we needed to come up with the changes on how to run, manage, and grow the team. Mind you, we are all just technicians, not salespeople or marketing people. We just want to fix servers and networks. So as time went on and we did our part of the deal, we came up with new scopes of work, new ideas on how to get clients, and even helped third party when they messed up and fixed their issues. All of this for nothing. The leaders at Geek Squad City basically told the people who sell our services to no longer do so. Just use third party. Why, I wonder. Well, come to find out, third party was much cheaper, even if they had to try and fail at it multiple times. So with them finding a cheaper option than us, we slowly were forgotten in the mix. Then once the C-virus hit, they started cutting fat from the company, and well, when you have a team of 7 people, all making over $70K a year, we knew we were doomed. So when the hammer was dropped on us, we were told that we wouldn't be let go, and we have a few options. 1, we could keep our job, but we had to move to Kentucky and work at Geek Squad City to keep doing remote work in the middle of a pandemic. 2, we could quit. Of course, then lose any severance, of course. Or 3, we could continue to work remote, but would now have to take calls about appliance repairs and deal with screaming clients about their dishwashers. What? This was their way to try and force us to quit by making certified network administrators and system admins take calls about microwaves and TVs. This is just another example of how they push talent out of the company, then go on to talk about record profits. Which reminds me, that's a perfect story because it reminds me when I was a store manager at GameStop. Slowly, they would give us less and less hours and then just want us to do all the tasks. Everything. I mean everything. Stuff we would delegate to a part-timer, something like as small as alphabetizing a wall or cleaning windows, stuff like that. It got to the point where they wanted the store manager to do 100% of everything. Everything. And that was just their way of basically giving no labor hours to anybody and just making the store manager do everything. And then they would say you're a bad manager if you don't delegate your duties. And I'm like, I didn't have any hours to delegate my duties. I had like 25 hours. They all went to the ASM. I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do there? So I totally get that. But what is Best Buy doing that is a straight up slap in the face to the associates they just fired? The ones they just fired, like just now? What is a slap in the face to those associates? Well, do you think it's the $250 or whatever that they gave part-timers? Oh, for the year of work? And if you do the math, it's like $0.01 an hour, but it's fine. That's a great raise. Maybe. Like if you work in a sweatshop, but not when you work in America. But What are they doing that's a slap in the face? Check this out right here. So this one right here says, I have been with Best Buy for over 6 years, worked a variety of departments, and helped 3 different leadership positions, but currently work as a Geek Squad agent. The BS they're trying to pull lately is the most unbelievable sheet I've ever witnessed. But here's something you may not have heard. At the beginning of the shutdown, they done away with quarterly bonuses for non-leadership employees, but management still gets a huge quarterly and yearly bonus. I'm shocked. Last week, they announced a thank you bonus, which we saw in the CEO video, of $200 or $500 for full-time associates. It's like, that's cool and all, but leadership will be receiving the same Q4 bonuses as always. Really shows who the company cares about. Yeah, $200 for a whole year of working the front lines. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. But they'll turn around and spend millions of dollars making a commercial during like the Super Bowl, because what really matters is the PR from showing that they care, not actually paying anybody. It's like a pictures or it didn't happen kind of thing. It's like when people film themselves giving money to the homeless. Same thing. Same exact thing. So here it is right here. It says, so after Best Buy fired the employees, remember when they fired the employees a couple weeks ago, they turned around and asked the remaining employees to refer people to help them hire 1,000 people. And if they hire someone you referred, then you get a $2,500 bonus. Okay, now this is kind of weird, but let's think about this for a second. They fired the people. They're like, hey, get out of here, all you people that are making a lot of money. And then what did they do? Now they're asking their current associates that survived the firing to bring in more people so they can hire people, yes, you guessed it, at lower wages. And then they're going to give you a referral bonus. Absolutely shocking. Let's take a look at this, the actual program behind this real quick. So this says, this is the actual document itself that the associates got. So this says, refer a friend, get a $2,500 bonus when your friend is hired. But you just fired so many people. Why don't we just keep the people? It says, know someone who enjoys working with technology and is obsessed with delivering world-class experiences for their customers? Best Buy plans to hire 1,000 technologists. I'm from Alabama, all right? I'm sorry. With a commitment to increasing representation of women and people of color, and is seeking employment referrals to help us mirror the communities we serve. So wait a second. So did the people they fired, were they not women? I'm pretty sure women and people of color have messaged me about being fired. Maybe they're just doing this as a PR stunt. I don't know. But at any rate, that's what they're trying to do. And they'll give you $2,500 for doing so. Most current Best Buy employees, senior director level and below, are eligible to receive the $2,500 bonus if they refer someone for a technology role in the Technology Referral Bonus Pilot through May 21st, 2021. Referrals received outside of this specific program period may not be eligible for bonus payment. So let's get this straight. They fired all those people. Fired the hell out of them. Don't forget the people they fired previously before that. And now they're asking you to refer more people so we can give you $2,500? What happened here, guys, is you had people making 50 to 60, 70K salary, and they fired them, and they immediately are trying to rehire people at probably half that. That's probably what's happening. Let's be honest. And they're going to give you $2,500, which they probably actually won't follow up with. I've been in situations where the company's like, we'll give you $100 if you do this or that, and then they just never did it. Story of my life. I find that pretty strange right there. What do you guys think? A lot of people sent me this, by the way, in the last day or so. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's a little silly? Because I think it's really silly. It doesn't make sense to me. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's very, very important. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Message me on there. And make sure you do me a big-ass favor. Make sure you get the hell on it. Diggity. Doggone it. Bye. Got the classic hand sanitizer. Yeah. I think Ali Hassan gave this to me. I don't remember. Thank you so much. Stop the recording. Stop the damn recording.